Okay, so in the previous video, I quickly referenced what I call the 6 levels of designers. And sometimes I've talked about this at conferences. Sometimes I've talked about this with people as they've grown in their careers, applicants. It's the different types of designers that I see, and the way that you not everybody is capable of getting all the way down this path. So the first level of designer to me is someone who is technically trained. That we'll call level one. That person has been taught color theory, typography, balance, the general principles of harmony, that the general principles that should be taught in school that are technical, and you have learned them in an educational setting. The second level of designer is someone who can actually utilize those technical skills. So a lot of times in college, you're given a project that says, use color balance and or use color theory and harmony to take these things and show me something. Well, when people do that, half of 33% of the class's stuff looks great, 33% looks like expected, and 33% is not good. The people who's aren't aren't good, I would say, were technically trained but couldn't get to that ability to utilize it in the right way. Those who come forth with really great ideas can then move to the next, which is have the ability to recognize great skill and great talent and trends and what's happening now. I don't think this is something that's necessarily learned, and I don't think that it's something that everybody has the eye for. There are a lot of people who might be great at working within an art direction, or which again I would say has the technical skills, but they can't recognize something and say, whoa, this is an amazing website design. Whoa, this is an amazing brand. This is a fantastic installation. That and recognizing it and being right, I would say, are two different things, because a lot of times people will recognize they are in an installation or they are in something, but the understanding why the greatness, there are very few people who can recognize that for themselves. The next level is the ability to actually copy that great skill. So I think recognition first. This is a fantastic brand. It looks like this. This is why it works. This is how it's rolled out to this ecosystem. Being able to copy that and use your technical talent and the ability to recognize it to create something similar shows that you then can actually ascend to create at that high level, but you don't have to necessarily bring your own ideas to the table yet. That to me is the fourth, which is the ability to copy something great without necessarily making it great yourself. Mm-hmm. The fifth is you can then understand that parallel and create greatness yourself. This is where most designers to me top off, which is they can make a great website. They can make a great logo mark. They can write great copy. They can, whatever the skill is, they can actually produce it and they know why, but it also achieves that level of highness that means that it's good. When you open a book and it's like, the 100 best logos of 2023 or whatever, not that those are really the 100 best logos, but you're going to see really good logos in there, and those people have created and excelled to create something to get, recognized.
Mm-hmm.
There is one level that is beyond this that very few people that I've ever worked with have been able to do, which is the ability to create greatness and at the same time throw it off against expectations. So if I told you I need a website that looks like this and here's all my requirements, and you were able to create something, you've kind of followed the path. There are times where I've seen designers who understand the path and can create the path, but also say there is a totally unseen path here, and I want to show you this. So I would say maybe 3 of every 100 designers that I've met throughout my career are capable of kind of going down that unique route, which is everybody expects this, but I'm going to give you this and go against expectation. That is a very interesting talent that to me can ascend that type of designer higher than just we know all the requirements and make this and make it great. It's we know all the requirements, make this, make it great, but also show me the right answer in some totally unexpected way that everybody falls in love with. So I think that that is a really interesting spot to be as a designer. People who have that skill are, for me, are few and far between. Most of the time, the designer is caught up in presenting the great idea and getting it accepted beyond trying to present something totally unexpected and being able to sell it to the client. So that's my 6 levels of designer. People may agree or not agree, and there may be other sub levels or, in level 7 enlightenment. But that's kind of the way that I look at people as to how are they junior, senior, leadership, or other. So I wanted to, we'll upload this as a appendix to the previous video. So if you're interested in why we were talking about that, watch the design summer session on roles and responsibilities. So again, Jason Schwartz, thank you all. And Juan
Juan Pantoja, designer artist. Thank you, Jason.